Welcome back, everyone, to an exciting episode of Kicking It with Gab and Chooch.
I am Gab.
And I am Chooch. We are back, finally, Premier League action in full force. And boy, were we not disappointed, except if you're a Man City fan and Arsenal fan.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, we'll get into that game for sure. That'll cap us off on our recap. But we had an exciting week outside of that. A lot of good goals, a lot of good performances. Yeah. Start off with the banger of the week, Chooch.
There's a lot of goals, great goals. Harvey Barnes, Diaby, Welbeck's goal. But we all know who's gonna win it. Boy Munoz from Fulham, absolutely insane to draw the game.
Yeah, just an unreal goal for sure. Bicycle kick to draw in the last minutes. Unreal. Musa Diaby's first goal, absolutely belter. Harvey Barnes, freaking Danny Welbeck, and surprisingly for me, my star boy of the week is Harvey Barnes. Comes on as a sub, gets 2 goals, and one's the tire, and one is the winner in spectacular fashion. Banger of the week for me. Well, besides Muniz, and then I got to shout out Cole Palmer, always playing well, and Josko Gvarvidal, absolutely pocketed Saka. Absolutely unreal performance from him. He needs to play more after that.
If I'm being fair, I feel like who isn't pocketing Saka in big games? He disappears.
Jesus. And then he limped off.
Yup, his legendary limp off. Every big game. If he does nothing, he's pocketed all games. Oh, he's injured. Nah, mate. I ain't having it.
Yeah, quite crazy. But we never usually get a starboard performance from the defense, and I think Gvarvidal deserved it for sure. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Always forget in the beginning of the episode.
Share,
let me throw that in now.
Everything.
Yeah.
Let's start off with a banger, an absolute banger. Game of the week. It was just an insane game. We saw West Ham take an early 3-1 lead against Newcastle, and then some little boy from Manchester gets subbed on and absolutely changes the game for the worst for them.
No.
Time
Honestly,
in and time.
That's just Calvin Phillips gets subbed on. They absolutely lose, fold 4-3. But I really think it's just a bit of unluckiness. Like,
that pen was so unlucky.
He could not see. Yeah, you can't. He's going to kick the ball to clear it. That's relatively the best touch he could take to clear, and freaking Anthony Gordon just runs up right behind him. To be fair, I thought they could have called that a foul as well on freaking Anthony Gordon. I mean, he was going for a tackle. I don't see necessarily why that was a foul on him.
He's challenging for the ball.
Yeah, but unlucky. Really, really unlucky. I guess 2 minutes onto the pitch, and they score a goal, and then they eventually come back and win. But yeah, just unreal. I don't know. I've said that Calvin Phillips, they just try to force him in there because big loan name.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're implementing their best play, but Calvin Phillips just needs some more time. So we'll see what happens with him, but it doesn't look like it's going well at all for him.
Not at all, but it was an insane game. Harvey Barnes, super sub impact, buddy.
Yeah.
He was just playing insane.
Alexander Isak's first assist of the season.
And then, the 2 pen goals as well.
Yeah.
Driving him up.
Yeah, and then you see Anthony Gordon mouth after the second pen that he wanted to take it, And Isak took it anyway. Savage. Um, going on to the next one. We had Bournemouth and Everton. That was another banger. Really,
Yeah,
really close game.
super important game. Um, you know, Solanke once again scoring. It's what they need him to do, especially to just keep pushing them up the ladder, and especially in this close, um, this, this close table. Every goal is important. Everton super unlucky. Seamus Coleman, their captain, of the own goal. It's
That was absolutely one of the worst own goals. Yeah, you'll
you
see.
you can see that he was trying to chest it to the keeper,
Yeah,
and the keeper completely somewhere else, and it's just so frustrating to see, especially if you're an Everton fan. You get a goal late to steal a point, and then you just completely lose it.
just absolutely unreal. I don't even think they counted it as an own goal, but yeah, it was. If you watch it back, just absolutely awful. It was +8. They got scored on in +1. But yeah, unreal. Uh,
Yeah,
I thought Everton played pretty decent too that time.
they did. Yeah. It took them a while to score that equalizer, and it came out. It was
It was
super
a weird
random.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of they weren't sure if they were gonna call a foul or something. Everyone was just kind of looking around, and then Beto just scoring, like just celebrating, not sure what to
Yep.
do.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a weird one.
Yeah, that was a good one. Um, Next we have Chelsea Burnley.
Disgusting,
Unreal.
disgusting. I'm disgusted. You know,
Yeah, just absolutely unreal.
everyone except for Cole Palmer. Cole
Yeah,
Palmer was insane as
it's
always.
been it's been
He
just as
scores
good as anyone.
scores more than just pens.
That goal that he scored is the only other goal he scores. He scores a little bottom right goal every single time, or a pen. That's it. But he's been
Sounds like
playing well. Um,
sounds like Gab's been drinking haterade.
no, no, no. I like Cole Palmer. I'm just saying that where would Chelsea be without Cole Palmer?
I'll tell you, buddy.
Mm.
17th.
And then Burnley down to 10 men, absolutely turn it up when they need a point.
Disgusting. That's the only
And
time they'll ever do it. They won't do it for the rest of the fucking season.
yeah,
Abysmal. Vincent Company, you should be sacked.
I don't know. I don't know about that. He got sent off as well.
Yeah, he got sent off for
Mm.
being a twat.
The next one we had was Forest Palace. That was a really big game. No one could be separated though. Chris Wood with just a weird header just
It's
over
at
the
the
keeper.
back of his head, like
Yeah,
backwards. It was super. Just looped over the keeper.
yeah.
But
I feel like a lot of both teams had chances that they missed, but I mean that's why they are where they're at. Uh, Eze's been playing well.
yeah, I got
Thought
the
he
assist.
deserved. Yeah, I thought he deserved. Really close to man of the match. But yeah, I mean, Gio Reyna barely got some time still.
So
Still weirdness going from there, even though he absolutely went off for the United States. Alonga came on at half. But yeah, just it's a pretty solid game. No one could be separated, but that is huge for both teams to stay out of the relegation zone for now.
moving into the next game, a huge game, and like it was super close game. Sheffield 3, Fulham 3. Sheffield absolutely folding. Folding. Uh, Diaz was insane that game. Another shout for Starboy. He had 2 goals and the assist. Um, but yeah, Sheffield looked super good. They got they took that 3-1 lead, And Gabe, you called it yourself. You said Sheffield is going to find a way to fold this, and they did.
Yeah, they were up 3-1, and I was like, why'd Sheffield still lose this? And they did.
Yeah. Polina
Absolutely.
was wide open header on the corner. So open. Free header. I know Cordova Reed. He had a nice goal outside the box. I think he had just gotten subbed on.
Yeah,
He
that
had
was like
just got subbed.
45 seconds on or something
Yeah.
like that.
And scores. And then obviously Rodrigo Munoz, one of the best signings from this winter break.
Yeah,
He
especially
Fulham
with the
bought him for
injuries.
$6 million, and he's been absolutely insane.
Yeah, it's good to have strikers for sure. Freaking, Raul Jimenez started off cold, then he got hot, then he got cold, and now you got, a solid backup option that's been playing insane. So I mean, really, now you got a for sure forward with a Raul Jimenez who could catch fire quick. He's got a little heat streak every once in a while, and then Adama Traore coming back, he can play anywhere.
Got the assist.
And got the assist on the bike. But yeah, really good game as well. I thought Fulham. I was shocked to see that they were down 3-1. I
Yeah.
was watching the Palace Forest game at the time, and I was like, wow, And then once I saw that, I tuned in just to see, and I knew they were gonna fold, and they absolutely did.
Yep.
Going on to another good one. Spurs Luton. Luton's always really, really tough. But man, I mean, we say it every week. Luton can score with the best of anyone, but the defense is really where it comes down
Yeah, the
to what
own
they're
goal.
losing. Yeah, they've got, let's see. Goals for is 43, which, like I said, is up there with Chelsea, Fulham,
United.
freaking United, more than United, West Ham,
Wolves.
Wolves, yeah, Fulham, Bournemouth. I mean, they're up there, but the goals against is 62. That's right there
Criminal.
with the worst of them. Burnley and Sheffield are the only ones that have worse. So that's really the killer for sure. Brentford's up there too, though. Brentford, and they're the ones that are in serious danger as well. So really, we see it coming down to defense. We know Luton have the potential, but they need to be able to play defense. I think it's quite weird too, though, because they have, in my opinion, one of the up and coming, better defenders in Mengi.
Yeah.
He's been called up by the U21s. He looks to be like a really good center back for England. Let's see. Let me go back. Yeah, so that was a Huming Sun goal in the late minutes. Chong scored in the early minutes, and then Kabore own goal. But yeah, either way, I thought Spurs still though. Spurs have been looking a little lackluster. Just they got a lot of big games coming up. Really, the title is kind of in their hands.
The title is in their hands.
They're the only ones that play all three teams in the top race. They, I believe, not next week, but in 2 weeks, they'll have some bigger games. 2 weeks they'll have, I think, Liverpool. Let's see. No. 2 weeks. That's Forest. 2 weeks they have Newcastle. Let's see. I don't know where I'm losing. Yeah, they got Arsenal April 28th. Then they got Liverpool. Then they got Burnley. And then they got Sheffield. No, there's one I'm missing. Where's the City game? It's soon.
It's soon. Yeah, it's I think April 20th. Or it's postponed. It says postponed actually. Time to
I
be
don't know. It's
determined.
probably not in here yet. That's why.
But it's going to be match week 34.
Okay, so that's in 3 more weeks now.
Yeah.
But yeah, either way, it probably got postponed because Champions League or
Yeah.
what's the FA Cup?
Yeah, they're probably waiting on the results of the FA Cup as well.
Yeah, but yeah, Spurs, United have Arsenal, or I'm sorry, Liverpool and Arsenal to go up against too, so they could be game changers as well. But they did, struggle against Brentford, which is we go into our next game. Brentford United 1-1. Quite the crazy one too. First goal is in the 87th minute. Let's see. Let me double check that. Yeah. Or no, 90 plus 6 minute. Mason Mount, the Chelsea
Mason
star
Mount.
boy.
I think it's his first goal.
Yeah, his first United goal comes in spectacular fashion. He thinks he's the hero. Then Ivan Toney just absolutely masterclass. First touch in the
Yeah.
box. Fake shot. That reminded me of Messi on Vidal in the World Cup. It was just so beautiful. Great pass through traffic. And absolutely just unreal scenes. But that was 90 plus 9, and it was only a plus 9. So lead lasted real time. The lead lasted probably a minute and a half.
Yeah.
A few
And it was
celebrations.
all Brentford. That 31 shots that
Yeah,
game.
Brentford had
Absolutely
tons of chances.
tons of chances. And 10X said it in the press conference afterwards. He said that they wanted it more the whole game. And it showed with that late equalizer.
Yeah. The thing I don't get is Harry Maguire. That dude needs to be starting every game. Anthony's been playing a lot better for sure lately than what he
Yeah.
has been. He's been taking some meaningful touches,
He looks
and
a little bit better, yeah, definitely. Not as useless.
yeah, for sure. Before he was doing absolutely nothing. Um, let's see, Neil Mupay. I don't know if anyone saw. He posted the Instagram tweet or Instagram post that a fan really wanted his shirt, and it was Scott McTominay trying to rip his shirt off.
Shit.
Then Luke Littler. What did Luke Littler post? Like, I can't remember what he posted. But Luke Littler, the darts 17-year-old star, posted some hater stuff because he's a United fan, if you know. And Mopai said that, he's a big fish because he's kind of big. But a lot of trash talk going on. Let's go back.
Nothing for Luke the Nuke.
Yeah, Luke the Nuke, who just won his first Premier League night. Shouts to him. We did that last episode as well. The only game we missed from Saturday would be Villa Wolves.
Yeah, Villa dominated that game. Diaby first goal.
Yeah, that was a great one.
Yeah, absolute belter.
Yeah, and then the other one was a Konsa goal off a Diaby assist, which was good. Just nicked off. I think he was trying to cross it.
Yeah, it was like a cross and
Went
then
in,
hit off the post, hit off the defender, went in.
Yeah, but
But
Konsa's had a big week too.
yeah, if I'm
Came
Cons, I'm
with
taking it,
England.
buddy. I'm claiming it as my own.
Yeah, good form for him. He got called up from England a couple weeks back. Freaking the early sub from Ollie Watkins, that was quite a bit weird as well. But yeah, I mean they're known for running that weird formation that just has like a center forward and a striker staggering with Diaby and Ollie Watkins, but playing Diaby, Ollie Watkins, and Leon Bailey, that's your best shot at winning anything. I think Tillemans has been playing unreal as well.
Yeah.
Douglas Luiz. Um, what was I gonna say? Zaniolo, he's not. He was on the bench. Came in 63rd minute. That's a good sub to have. But Morgan Rogers played really well. I thought as well. And then let's go back. And then Sunday's games. We only had 2 games.
Easter Sunday, Liverpool and Brighton early games. Brighton took the early lead off that Welbeck belter, absolutely smashed it in.
2 minutes
And
in,
first,
yeah.
2 minutes in, and for a moment, you know, I know if I was a Man City player, Arsenal player, I'm freaking ecstatic over that. But then, it's Liverpool. We've seen it before. They concede early on, and then absolutely turn the game around and dominate. And that's what we saw. Luis Diaz with the equalizer. Uh, it was like a weird one, like
it was like a pass back,
and then
or
deflected
it wasn't even a
off.
pass back. It was
It was like deflected
someone.
off of a defender, and he just
Yeah,
happened to be making the run. He made the perfect run to get
yeah,
to the end of it, volleys it in.
and then Mo Salah got a
Mo
good one
Salah,
from
go.
McAllister. McAllister's been playing unreal. If you look back at the assist, I mean, bro had the tightest window you could imagine to make that pass. It was like a little finesse shot pass, and Mo Salah's wide open to put it in the bottom left corner. But yeah, I mean, I was definitely shocked when Brighton went up 1-0. I was like, oh man, this is going to be our day.
Yeah.
And of course, I saw both goals and I was done for. I was upset for sure. But yeah, good games. I mean, Liverpool's doing what they've been doing. Schuberschlei's been playing well. McAllister's been playing well. Endo's been playing well. That midfield trio, we've been saying that's what they were missing at the beginning of the season. They got it now. Gravenberch came in, got a little bit of time, but this team's coming back. I mean, they're starting to get more health back. Kanate came back; he was injured for a slight bit. Kunsa's been playing well. Connor Bradley's been playing
Yeah,
unreal,
Connor Bradley.
and then even their backup keeper Keller.
Kelleher.
Yeah, but yeah, we still have no Ansu Fati uses in quite a while. Evan Ferguson got a little bit of time. But yeah, let's go back. Yeah, and João Pedro's been out for a while as well. Let's go to the final game of the day, which we all thought was going to be game of the season.
Disappointed.
Just like Liverpool City. I mean, 2 unreal teams. Liverpool City was quite an absolute banger, but at times there were a lot of stagnant from both teams. Not really much going on. But yeah, I mean, City did what they do. They gained possession, played around the box. That's really what they do. But I feel like before the game, Arteta said that they were going for it.
No, he was
But
not.
yeah, I mean, if going for it meant digging your heels deep down into your box, all 11 players, more than we've ever seen ever, then yeah, that's going for it. They were almost literally arms with space from each other in that
It
back
was,
line. Well,
it was
and
just a
then
criminal,
like the
criminal game.
midfield, if the defenders were standing arms with length and then the midfielders stood arms with length and they walked into the same line, they would touch hands. But they were really playing tight, not letting City get behind them in the open spaces. There was a few times where, City did find the open spots. Foden had really good plays off that. I mean, that's where he excels. De Bruyne was quite silent. Holland was all right, but still quite silent. He had a really good chance that he just whiffed the ball on. I feel like they're trashing him quite a bit, but I say this every year. every time a player has a record-breaking season, of course the next season is going to seem like an absolute disaster, no matter what. Unless Holland did again the exact same goal tally. Unless, freaking in any other sport, whenever you see a record-breaking season, they pay the player or they sign an extension, and then the next season they're like, oh, wasted money, blah blah blah. It's not. We've never seen it as attainable as, like, I mean, shoot, there's been few athletes that have been able to just absolutely shatter record after record. The only one I can literally think that comes to mind is like LeBron James.
LeBron.
Just every year does something better than what he did. But I mean, every other sport, I mean, think about it. There's not really much, that we've seen that's just record breaking after record breaking. Happens a lot in basketball. I feel like Russell Westbrook had a time like that as well. But in soccer, it's really, for sure, definitely hard to do. Like, I don't think we'll ever see a player put up 91 calendar goals again. If so, I guarantee you they're not going to do it back to back.
Nope. Absolutely not.
Just a bit harsh, I
Ball.
think. Yeah, I think it's a bit harsh from the commentators, the pundits, to say what they were saying about Holland, especially because he is. He is quite a good passer as well. It's just at times he's it's different. It's 100% different in games, especially when you're going up against the best defenders in the world. I'm not saying Saliba and Gabriel are the best defenders in the world, but they're top tier. They're top tier. There's defensive duos that are quite literally that top tier. Like, I mean, everyone knows when you're going to play Virgil van Dijk, everyone knows, it's going to be an insanely tough game. Everybody knows when you go to Arsenal, it's going to be an insanely tough game. When Tottenham was, even if you play Tottenham now, Christian Romero, Van de Ven, I mean, absolutely tough game. There's certain duos in football where it is going to be extremely tough for you. Holland did better than he had done, I believe, the previous game that they played them in. But I thought really it came down to Arsenal's different approach this time. The last time they played, they were a bit more attacking, a bit higher press. This time they were kind of like half pressing, like they were kind of pressing and then just falling off, but they never really fully committed to it.
Yeah.
But I do think that that kind of cost them the game because they had a couple chances they could have won, but it also could have left them quite vulnerable for sure to City. So I don't know. It seems like they were playing for the draw more than anything. But I mean, City, it's they just did what they do. We've been doing this all season. Like I said, it's been different. We haven't scored as many goals, nearly as many goals. So it's just kind of been, we're almost not our best, but it's been exactly what we've seen from them all season. So we had a couple injuries. Freaking Ederson's out for a little while. Kyle Walker's out at least 4 more weeks. John Stone surprisingly made the bench. And then Saka limped off. But it really Ake came off as well with an injury. Rico Lewis got to play. Kovacic started. Jack Grealish played. I really liked that. But subbing Foden off, for sure for me was a mistake. I thought De Bruyne should have been the one to come off. Bernardo played really, really well. Insane. That dude's just unreal. Ball on a string.
Doku.
Doku played well too.
I feel like Doku was all right. I feel like Julian Alvarez would have been like a really good option to make a difference. We've seen him, how good he was in the beginning of the season. And I feel like Man City lacked something. Doku was all right, but I feel like Alvarez instead probably would have been the better option. And then I agree, the Foden being subbed off, he's your supposedly best player. Ghosting in a big game. I'm just kidding. But yeah, it didn't make sense to get subbed off. I feel like Kovacic played really well. Kovacic
He
looked
has
really
been
well.
playing quite well.
Yeah,
He's
he looked
playing at
really
the
good.
Liverpools.
Yeah, he looked really good that game. Um, and of course, Rodri never disappoints.
Yeah, there was two clips, by the way, of Saka getting absolutely torched, and one was by Kovacic, and the other was by Gorvidal. Just absolutely unreal Tecker sessions, and Saka fell on both of them. But yeah, I mean, it's great. It was good. It was more of a like chess match, tactical chess match for sure. And no one really got too much of anything, but I think that kind of leaves it both out of each other's hands. I think Liverpool for sure, it's theirs to lose now, and I think that it's really up to Tottenham or Man United to make it happen for City. I wouldn't call us the favorites any longer, and I think the streak is coming to an end.
Buddy,
But I still believe. But the odds are not
I,
in our favor.
it's either Liverpool get their get the title, Arsenal or City get the 4P. Why can't they all lose?
That's funny.
I honestly, I can if Arsenal win it, I'm blowing my brains.
Because London is gonna be red. London's gonna be
Never,
red.
never.
That's what they're gonna say, though.
That's why we play them in a couple, like I think 5 weeks.
I
We play
think
them,
so.
so
Dude, you guys
Godspeed,
turn up
brother.
against us, but nobody else. So hopefully you guys could turn up against them.
Dude,
Jesus.
if it means them not winning the league, buddy, I'm all for it.
Hey, but that goes to show. I feel like every time that happens, I feel like that goes to show Chelsea's quality for sure. Because yes, they don't have it, every week, but when they usually comes to the big games, they're usually right there in them.
Cole Palmer, you're the savior. Cole Palmer could very well save Man City's year. That'll
Yeah,
be the storyline.
could win us a title.
Script is written.
Yeah. Uh, Looking at the table real quick, we have Liverpool up 2 points on Arsenal, 3 points on City, all tied in games to go. Um, Liverpool will play Sheffield next, Arsenal, Luton. City will get Villa. So City definitely have that. They're about to finish off that rough stretch of games that they had. But came out with one, two, five points out of those 3 games. Not the absolute best, but better than what it could have been. um, we got Villa sitting at the 4th spot, only 3 points up on Tottenham. So that's quite crazy for sure. That's going to be a race. United are 9 points off as well um, from Villa. And then West Ham 44. The rest of them are kind of irrelevant, but moving down to the bottom. Luton and Forest are both at 22, only separated by goal differential of -3. Everton are only 3 points up, and Brentford are 5 points up. Crystal Palace, even though they only got a point, still kind of scary zone. But I think Brentford have a real chance at falling off if they don't turn it up. They play Brighton next. Luton play Arsenal. Dude, if Luton, if any of the teams could do it, and if it were Luton, I would be the happiest if it were Luton.
What'd they get battered for now?
And Sheffield are gonna get absolutely cooked next week. They're gonna get cooked against Liverpool.
Allegedly.
Everton have another tough game coming up against freaking Newcastle. Oh, we're gonna talk about that here in a second. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna look at the.
Bottom of the table real quick.
Or we did already, but
Oh,
let's
we
look.
did.
Solanke did move up. That's what I was thinking, to 16
Stats.
goals. Salah 16 as well. Jared Bowen had a goal, 15. Heung-min Son 15, Alexander Isak's up there 14, Cole Palmer 13, Foden 11, Saka 13, and Ollie Watkins still at 16. Ollie Watkins, Trippier, and Gross all at 10 assists. No one else, freaking Julian Alvarez is up there with 8, and he hasn't played in 4 weeks. Not 4 weeks, played in like 2 weeks, but still. Let's go to the next games for the week. Go for it, mate.
Oh my God, we got some good games. First up, we got Newcastle Everton. Should be a good easy game for Newcastle. Right off that high, off that thrilling win. Everton still down in the dumps as always. So
Must-win game for them.
it's a must-win game, but you know, spirit isn't always on your side, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, it was big games for sure. I think Everton had a chance, but we'll see what happens with Newcastle. It's at St. James Park. And then, there's arguably
There's some
three
huge
huge
games,
games, on Tuesday.
especially that we got Forest Fulham. Another good, should be good game. See if Munoz keeps bagging in these goals against a Forest side that are creeping on relegation again. They just escaped it on goal differential. So I don't know,
But
buddy.
Sheffield could put 3 past Fulham. I think Forest could too.
Yeah, definitely. They definitely have other quality. Let's see. This game's gonna be at
At the City Ground in
City
Nottingham.
Ground. Yep, City Ground. And
Takes a little bit of tension off for sure.
yeah, and then we got Bournemouth and Crystal Palace. Like I said, just so many very crucial games just to, you want these wins just to save yourself from the relegation battle at the Vitality Stadium. So,
Yeah, I think
Bournemouth
if
at home.
they draw, they're both safe.
Yeah.
Bournemouth are probably already safe, but a draw would probably be.
Yeah. It's better safe than sorry. And then next up, we got Burnley Wolves. Another. The Wolves should win this game out. Like I said, Burnley they shut up this one game and they're gonna completely disappear the rest of the season.
Yeah, but it is a must-win game. They could still stay in it. It's a must-win game. I think if Sheffield lose this weekend, I think they are officially out. So that would probably put Burnley maybe this weekend and next weekend if they lose. But like even if their opponents lost out or Everton or someone else lost out,
Burnley at home at Turf Moor. So
yeah. And then this one's another big one for the Champions League and Europa League spot. West Ham and Tottenham at West Ham. Big one. We'll see what happens with Calvin Phillips if he plays. Because West Ham have been playing unreal. Their front three has been insane.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Antonio off the bench too. Yeah. Unreal lately. Tottenham's been looking skittish, but Brandon Johnson's been playing unreal. Heung-min Son's always just in the right place at the right time. Almost feels like if they had Harry Kane, they'd be cracked. Almost feels like that.
And then that's all for the Tuesday games. Wednesday games, got some big games. First up, Arsenal Luton. Can Luton do it?
We'll see, but we know they can score.
Yeah, they can score. But how many will they concede? It's at the Emirates. Good luck, buddy.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Don't
tough.
think it'll happen, but if it did, that would be unreal.
It would be insane, yeah. Next up, we got Brentford and Brighton.
Brentford
Just
game.
yeah, Brentford home. Just a nice mid-table game.
But Brentford, I think, need to win this for sure.
Yeah, I
I think
know.
they win this and they're safe.
Yeah, it'll definitely make it more comfortable because then after that, it's just basically between Everton, Forest, and Luton.
Yeah. We'll see what happens, but I think Brentford need to win this game to stay safe. If not, they will be in a very, very scary spot. Still, the least likely to get relegated, but still safe to be safe. A lot safer if they won.
Yeah, because there's still 9 games left. So anything that's 27 points right there.
Yeah. Looking
Yeah,
City Villa will be the next one at City. Another big, big game.
big game.
Villa have been playing well. Well, Villa play well against us, but they haven't necessarily been playing too well against anyone else. But
Yeah,
we'll see. We'll see. We still got injuries. Stefan Ortega's been playing well. Um, and I think, well, I know for sure Kyle Walker will be out. I think John Stones would still be interested. Still have a chance to
yeah.
play.
They should rest that guy, buddy.
I don't
He's
know about Ake until probably tomorrow.
yeah. Well, usually we find out injuries and
Maybe.
stuff like that when like in the middle of the night when we're sleeping.
Yeah.
Uh,
And then uh, Gorby Dahl hopefully should play. He needs to play more. Akanji played really well too, I thought. Even got it, to go up in the midfield a bit just before Ake came off. Then he had to stay back. Ruben Diaz played well. We really didn't have too much need for defense, but Ruben Diaz, when it matters most, Ruben Diaz is in the right spot, and so is Akanji. So it's been really difficult to choose. I feel like we got quality for sure everywhere. The only one that you really don't see play is freaking Sergio Gomez.
he will not play, buddy. He's not gonna play. He will be gone soon.
Yeah.
Nah,
No, I think they'll keep him for sure, but
you
I think eventually he'll end up in that Calvin Phillips spot.
know.
Like where he's gonna need a loan out. But I really think like he could help one of these freaking teams. Like he could help someone. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Like a Luton, a Brentford, and one of those guys.
Moving on to Thursday, we got a couple of games to round off this match week. We've got Liverpool, Sheffield.
At Liverpool.
Liverpool, Sheffield. Um, just try not to get scored on more than 3 goals, I guess.
Yeah.
It's just one of those games where it's inevitable that they're probably going to get battered. It's just how bad is it going to be? But it also could be one of those games where they just sit back, absorb all the pressure, and it takes Liverpool 80 minutes to break them down finally and get the goal. You know, and these bottom half teams are a tricky team, especially when it comes to playing on the low block. Um, Especially because Liverpool thrive off the counter.
The big game of the week, I'd
Yeah.
say. Well, the week, actual weekdays.
Chelsea
Chelsea
United.
United.
Zach, you will be finished, buddy. I'm not here for. All I'm saying is he sent me a snap of Mason Mount scoring that game winner goal, but he didn't send me after what happened with Brentford's equalizer. And I said, "What about that goal?"
Yeah. Mason Mount revenge game.
Mason Mount revenge game could be,
Maybe he'll get the start.
maybe.
Yeah,
Nah,
we'll
man.
see. But I think, I don't know. I kind of just want United to win because they need to get in a good form for Arsenal and Liverpool. But I think Chelsea will turn it up. They usually do against the better teams.
I just hope
This is at
oh,
the bridge.
at the bridge. I just hope We show up. You can't just rely on Cole Palmer. I was watching some clips of Enzo at the World Cup and with Benfica, and I'm like, dude, we are wasting this guy's talent, dude.
Yeah, Duke goes to freaking Argentina and just absolutely tears everyone apart.
Yeah, and then like kind of he comes back and we make him look almost useless, buddy. And then Caicedo still playing well.
Yes,
He's
so
just
slept on.
he's obviously slept on because of the price tag and what we paid for him, but nonetheless, he's been improving nonstop. Um, looks better and better every game. He's so cool and calm on the ball. Um, it's great to see him having more confidence, especially after the shaky start at the beginning. Um, but yeah, it's only time will tell with Chelsea. I believe in us, and I will be at the game against Wrexham in Santa Clara. Bought my tickets, sitting with the Chelsea supporters. I will be there.
That'll be fire. But yeah, see, that's the last game of the weekdays.
Yeah.
And then freaking Friday, we'll have a full slate for you about the weekend. Another slate of good games, some must-win games on the bottom half of the
Ooh.
table. And this weekend will be United Liverpool, so yeah, that's gonna
And
be the game of the weekend.
dude, and then Palace against City. Oh, buddy. Even though we know what Palace can do against these top teams, they'll probably show up against City.
And then
Brighton,
Bournemouth
Brighton as well.
and bringing
They
Arsenal.
they were tough against Liverpool, and then they go up against Arsenal.
Yeah, yeah. See, Burnley Everton, that'll be a good one too, because
Yeah,
Burnley will still have a chance. They still have a chance. Mathematically, they still have a chance.
mathematically yes. And then if they beat Everton, it just makes everything a lot more complicated, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we want. That's what we want to make it more interesting.
The drama.
The drama.
We'll see what happens with the top of the table. It doesn't look like anyone will drop points, but you never really know. This is where Arsenal bottle, usually.
It's in their DNA, buddy.
But will Liverpool bottle? That's the question. Liverpool bottling is what we need to happen.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see, buddy.
Maybe next year City will be in the championship. So we need to make the most of it.
We will be there in the championship.
City, by the time this comes out, the Trouble documentary will be out. It might be out now. Let me check. I think it's based UK time.
In it.
Let's have a look real quick. It won't be out until probably midnight for us. But the trailer is unmatched. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. I'm gonna
Yeah.
love it before it even comes out.
It says all 6 episodes will land at 8 o'clock UK time, April 2nd.
Let's see, it is 6. Oh no, yeah, it's about to be 6:30. So in about 2 hours, yeah, midnight. So yeah, that's it.
You have to stay up and binge watch it, buddy.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna go to bed before that. I will watch it in the morning probably. But yeah, it should be a good week and a good weekend. But we'll be back here on Friday to preview the weekend.
Recap.
Our goal of the weekdays, Starboy of the weekdays. Grealish is back. Oh, that's the thing that has me most excited. And what the most thing that had me excited is because he played good. He played good. He does what he does, and he gets Holland chances. That's the biggest thing we miss. Those little cheeky crosses he has right over the top, the back post. He had a couple of those, I believe 2. None of them connected, but one of them actually hit Holland, and he got injured after he head bumped someone, but still, we missed that. I do think him and Doku. I think it needs to be him first, then Doku. never Doku on the right again.
Never.
Foot is like a 3-star.
Jesus.
But yeah, should be good. I'm glad Jack Grealish is back. I guarantee you, Jack Grealish will be huge in the documentary. He was huge last season. Just a great personality. Hate seeing him be injured because then he just kind of goes away. You never really see him. I'm sure he gets down in the dumps. Hate to see a guy with a good personality like that freaking, be down in the dumps. That's always the worst.
And he's healthy just in time because he needs to find form and get his place back in the Euros, buddy.
Yeah. He's got his place. He got his place.
I don't know, buddy.
Anthony Gordon's not taking that. Bowen's been playing really well, though.
Bowen.
That guy, Bowen always plays good enough to make the team, but never good enough to play.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, that's all we got for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment,
subscribe, share,
retweet, most importantly.
Requote, anything, everything.
Don't forget to watch the City doc. Dude, watch it. It's gonna give you there's a couple of trailers that just dropped about Pep just coaching. It's quite unreal. Watch the clip. You don't even gotta watch the doc. Just watch the clip. I guarantee you'll get on Twitter.
It's a big battle.
Stop being a hater, Ivan.
I will not be there.
That's crazy. You're really not gonna watch it? Have you even watched the David Beckham documentary yet?
I only watched the first episode. I still haven't watched the freaking the Messi one either. I've been slacking.
I haven't watched that one either. There's captains for the World Cup too.
Jeez.
That one's pretty good. That shows a lot of vaccine footage. Thiago Silva has a really good episode in that.
Thiago Silva. I know I gotta finish that Beckham one. I've just been watching Shameless.
It's crazy.
I'm almost done with season 5, buddy. I'm halfway there.
Well, all right. Well, that's all we got, guys. We will catch you later. Don't forget to share. Thank you.
Me kicking it with Gavin Cheech.